Alright, this is the area of triangle test. I'll briefly go through the multiple choice questions. Question 1 is the area, if the height of the triangle is ACD, so we've got to find ACD. ACD. This is the triangle that we're looking at, ACD. Okay. If the height is CE, alright, if the height is CE, which is over here, okay, you must know that the base is always at a right angle with the height. So all you need to do, if they give you the base and they ask you to find the height, or they give you the height and they ask you to find the base, is you just have to find the right angle and the two lines that make up the right angle. Therefore, if CE is the height, the base has to be AD. Alright? Shouldn't be anything very difficult about this. Question 2, AC is the base of the triangle, so we look for AC. Once again, if AC, this whole thing here, okay, let me highlight it. AC, this whole line over here, okay, is the base. You have to find the right angle that makes. Here is the right angle, right? If this is the right angle, meaning it has to be a here. This is the base, and the height will therefore be here. So the height has to be DB or BD. Question 3. Triangle ABC shown below is not drawn to scale. BD equals to DC. So whenever I see this, always put the equal length lines. BD equals to DC. Find the area of the shaded portion. Now, once you have this equal length lines, you know that this is 6 cm. And you know that this is 6 cm. Alright, once you got this, use the area of the triangle. Find the right angle. Okay. Once again, I always mark this out. I hope you always learn how to mark this right angle sign out. Find the two lines, DC and AC. You should be getting, using the formula, half times the base, which is 6 cm, times the height, which is 12 cm. Okay, answer you get is 36 cm square. Right? Triangle ABC is not drawn to scale. Find the area of triangle ABC. Now, two ways to find this. One, you can find triangle A. Okay, let's make this an X. AXC, then you minus off. But the most straightforward way is to straight away find the height. You know that the base is the solid line, so it has to be 10 cm. This is the base. Okay, right? So if let's say you take a protractor, like how I taught you how to do so, I don't know how many of you actually did it. Okay, you're supposed to slide the projector from here all the way in this direction until it meets, okay, this line here, where again it forms that perpendicular line, and therefore the height has to be 10 cm. Using the formula to find area of triangle, half times the base, which is 10 cm. Remember, you want to take the solid line, don't take the dotted line. Multiply by the height, which is also 10 cm. You get 50 square cm, which is number 1. Find the area of triangle XYZ. XYZ. Okay. Straightforward one. Again, you have to identify that. Find the right angle. Okay, and use the two lines that connect it. So here you got half times 5 cm times 20 cm. Press the calculator. You get 50 square cm. Okay. Find the area of these shaded ones. Each one is 2 cm. Here to here has to be 6 cm. Okay. And this one is 8 cm. So how to find the area? Just take half. You just know that this is the right angle here, which means these are the two lines that you have to be looking at. Okay. Half times 8 times 6 will therefore be 24 square cm. What's the area of the shaded part? Now, when you're doing area of triangles, right, instead of finding all the unshaded parts or find all the weird ways, always look to see whether you can solve it in the simplest way, which is just to find the base and the height of it. Okay, in this case, you know that the base is most probably 30 cm over here, right? And as for height, okay, you know that this is 25 cm, this whole thing is 25 cm, and this short piece here is 3 cm, which means here to here has to be 25 minus 3 cm, which is 22 cm. So now you know that this also makes a perpendicular, a right angle here, right? So once you've got this, okay, all you need to do is plunk in the formula. Get half times the base times the height, which will give you to 330 square cm. Question 8. Rectangle below, area of the shaded region is how many square cm? Best way to do this is to split it. Remember, I always told you to split it into either triangles or rectangles. Don't go split into anything else. So try to make the most forward cut here. Alright, from here you got 20 and 4. So 20, this is the area of a rectangle, times 4 equals to 80 cm. So this will be 80 square cm. And the top, okay, since you have 15 over here, and you got 4 here, this one to this one therefore has to be 11 cm. Because you're just minusing off. So you got the base here is 20 cm, you know the height is 11 cm, they make a right angle here. Therefore, the area of the triangle has to be half times the base, which is 20 cm, multiplied by the height, which is 11 cm that you just found out. So here you get a new area, which is 110 square cm. Then now you add these two together, you get 190. Okay, answer should be 2. Question 9. Find the area of the isosceles triangle given as perimeter is 48 cm square. 48 cm. Now here, first of all, we have to identify where is the right angle, because that is where, okay, that is where we're going to start drawing. Here and here, right angle. Always identify this. Okay. Once you got this, alright, next you can do the, you know, perimeter. A lot of you seem to have forgotten what's perimeter, but it just means that the fence around it, the sides around it. So in this case, because the isosceles triangle, they already drew the equal length lines over there. If that is 15 cm, this has to be 15 cm. Right? With these two as 15 cm, you know that the resulting base at the bottom will be 48 cm minus 15 minus 15. So you get 18 cm. Now if you know that this base is now 18 cm, and you know there's a right angle there, you have the height, just use the formula, half times 18 times 12. You get half times 18 times 12, you get 108, if I'm not wrong. Okay, did I get it right? 236. 9 times 2 is 18, correct, 108. Question 10. In the triangle ADE below, AD, okay, you got, so now you got the equal length line. AD is 6 cm, so this whole thing here is 6 cm. Right? AB is equals to BC, which is equals to CD. Equal length line, so you know the each of this is 2. Okay, find the shaded area. Now you know the height here is 8 cm, and the height of this part here, when it drags down, it forms a right angle here. So the base has to be here, and the height is there. Okay, we have this perpendicular sign over there. So to find the shaded area, all you need to do is use the formula. The height is the same, 8 cm. You transfer here is also 8 cm, see? Same length. So just use the formula, half times the base, the new base is 2 cm, times the height is 8 cm. This is for the shaded area only, equals to 8, okay, square cm. Question 11. Find the area of the shaded portion on the figure below. So here again, you see this triangle. I know a lot of you want to go and find the unshaded parts and got into a lot of trouble because it's not that easy. So here again, straightforwardly look for the simplest formula first, which is find the base and the height of this shaded triangle by itself without finding the unshaded parts. Okay, so here a clue is given to you that this and this, they're equal length lines. Alright, which means if you this 38 cm, this 38 cm, if you divide it by 2, you can find the dimensions of this, which is 19 cm and 19 cm. Okay, now if you look carefully right here, okay, if you were to turn around this paper, okay, what you will get here is this could have been a base. Alright, and if let's say you were to draw a dotted line all the way here, alright, it is at a right angle, and therefore This 12 cm will be the height. Okay, if you turn your paper, it will be easy to see. So from here, just use the formula, half times base, which is 19 cm, times the height, which is 12 cm. You will get 650 for 114 square cm. Okay, so it's not as hard as it looks. All you need to do is find that right angle, the perpendicular two lines. Okay, question 12. Area of the rectangle RSTU is 98. Okay, remember we did this before during our first lesson for area of triangles. So long as two of the corners, the base stretches to the corners, whatever the height here is, right? Okay, so long as it's reaching the other end, this one has to be half of that area of the rectangle. So all you need to do for this is 98 square cm divided by 2, you get 49 square cm. Okay. Question 13. Find the area of the shaded portion of the figure. Again, some of you want to find the white ones. All you need to do is find the shaded triangle, the base and the height of the shaded triangle. So you know this is 42, this is 11, this is 16. Therefore, this area here has to be 42 minus 11 minus 16, okay, which is 15. Alright, do I use another color so it's easier? I don't think I need to, right? Okay, so anyway, the height here you got is 24. Okay, draw a straight line down, makes a right angle here. So the height has to be 24 and the base is 15. So use your formula again, half times the base, which is 15, times the height, which is 24. You will get, okay, let me see, 12, 150 plus 30, you get 180. Okay, it's easy as that. See, a lot of you want to go and find the white portion. Sometimes there's no need. You have to first look for the easiest way of solving it, which is finding the base and the height. Question 14. Figure below is not drawn to scale. Find the area of triangle A, B, and C. ABC, sorry. Again, look for the base, look for the height. Right? This one has a right angle over here. It's a right angle over here, perpendicular point. Okay, so you gotta make sure that you know which is the base and which is the height. So the base would be this one. Okay, BC. And it will create a dotted line to join this part here, and the height will be this one. Okay, once you're able to see this, area of triangles is super easy. Alright, it's very hard to go wrong once you know stick to the rule of this perpendicular line and using a protractor to go and find which is the height. Okay, so in this case, because you're only taking this portion over here, alright, you have to take 8 cm minus 3 cm. Many of you didn't do that. Okay, so you just use the same formula, half times the base, which is 5, times the height, which is 6, you will get 15. Question 15. The figure below is made out of triangle ACB and rectangle EFGH. AC is equal to AB and A is the midpoint of EF. CH is 1/3 of HG and the area of the rectangle EFGH is 432. If the area of the triangle DHC is 18 square cm, find the area of the shaded region. Now looking at this, you'll know that to find the shaded area, there are a few things you can think of. First is either you find the area of the shaded area by itself by breaking out the composite figures, or you can find it by finding out what's the blank spaces up there, over here and over here, then somehow manage to find it. But for this case, first we have to put in all the information that we already know. We know that this DHC here is 18 square cm, alright, and we know that this and this is actually the same. Okay, then from here, the next piece of information they gave is that CH is 1/3 of HG. Okay, so let me show you. CH is 1/3 of HG, alright, which means that if I were to break it apart, or rather if something like using unit method, if this is 1 unit, then this one I have to split into 3 units. So now it's 3:1, and they're all, using my black, okay, they're all equal. You see? Okay, so another way I can draw it is, let's say I just continue drawing this all the way up. Maybe not all the way up, maybe I can, sorry, maybe I can draw a line from here to here, and then I draw a line from here to here, and then you see that they're all the same. Now this one requires a little bit of good thinking. So once you've got this right, this is the part where you need a little bit of brains to solve lah. So from here you notice that because this triangle CHD is actually half of this square over here, right? In other words, I can actually split this square into 2, and I can split this square into 2, and split this square into 2, and each of these will be 18, 18, 18, 18, 18, and 18. Okay? You get it? Okay, so once we have this, we can straight away find what is the area in all those red color 18s. All we need to do is take 18 square cm times 6. You will get 48,108. Okay, so this will be the bottom part, DJGH. Okay, you got the 108. This is actually DJGH. And now if you want to find the area that's on top, the EDFG, this entire, now you want to find this portion here. Alright, you know that the entire rectangle, EHGF, the bigger one, is 432. So all you need to do now is you need to take your 432 minus off the 108, which is the DJGH, the one below that you just found. Okay, you will get 324. Okay, and this is actually the area of the top part, the purple color shaded part. So what we're going to do now is, notice that this, we'll see that it's actually a triangle within a rectangle, right? And two of the corners are coincide at the same corners of the between the triangle and the rectangle, which means the area of the EFJD, without finding the base or the height of this, we can straight away tell that it's 324 divided by 2, because the triangle will be half of the area of the rectangle, and therefore this one you get 162 cm square. Okay, and from here, all you need to do now to find the shaded area, now you found out that this inside here is 162. Okay, and you found the other one is 108. You just have to add them up together. Get 108 plus 162 will be equals to 270. Okay, so it's 270 square centimeters. Alright.